The trumpet has sounded, my countrymen all, so awake from your slumber and answer.
Our first president set the tone and established a party of the people.
Mr. Secretary, this Independence Conference marks the beginning of the end of a very long road which started over 300 years ago.
My leader upon ya, my leader upon ya. That's why I not live ya. No, I not.
Our second president established that we were the party for the people.
Bastard, no day again, no bastard, no day again. Everyone laughful.
When a man and his loved one can look at a roof and know that it cannot leak, can know there is a little kitchen where they can cook in dignity, can know there is somewhere they can sit down and break bread together, can know there is a room that they can put the children in, and know that at night the children can go and sleep there in peace. That when you have done that, you have started, you have laid the foundation.
Young, gifted and black. Oh, what a lovely, precious dream. To be young, gifted and black.
Our third president led an infrastructural and technological revolution that transformed Jamaica.
The development of Jamaica as the development of so many other countries depends on the development of the infrastructure. Very central to all of this is roads.
And our fourth president led the March for Inclusion and Diversity.
Strength of a woman. I begin this leg of our journey with an unfaltering belief in the Jamaican people. I invite you to join me in this confidence in ourselves as a people. Together, we shall rise, and together, with the guiding hand of the Almighty, I know we will succeed.
He has been there through thick and thin, supporting, influencing and advancing the cause of the People's National Party. He is the ideal person to be our fifth president, Comrade Leader Dr. Peter David Phillips.
Jehovah guide me, be my guidance, great salvation for me. Jehovah guide me, be my guidance, no they could never stop me. I'm on the rock, I'm on the rock. Higher than higher than Jehovah guide me.
As a young man, Dr. Phillips was attracted to the PNP because he shared the party's vision of national development through effective social services, such as education, health and security, and institutional building. He believed the party's wider goal to create a Jamaica where every citizen is valued equally and treated equally. Dr. Phillips has served the party in a myriad of ways. He has been a group member, a member of the Economic and Social Affairs Commission, twice campaign director for general elections in 2011 and 2016, chairman of the Public Education Commission and the Manifesto Committee, and has served as general secretary and vice president of the PNP.
Heart of a champion, heart of a champion, yeah, yeah. It's my time, it's my place, it's my destiny.
His service to the nation has been equally impressive. He's been a senator, the Member of Parliament for St Andrew East Central for over 23 years, the Leader of Government Business in the House of Representatives, a Minister without portfolio in the Office of the Prime Minister, the Minister of Health, the Minister of Transport and Works, the Minister of National Security, and the Minister of Finance and Planning. The breadth and depth of his experience makes him the ideal candidate to lead the party and the nation to achieve our full potential.
It is important that we recall the situation that existed when I opened this debate last year. While the economic reform program was in place, our negotiations with the International Monetary Fund had not been concluded. Our reserves stood at less than $800 million and were declining. The multilateral institutions and critical bilateral partners were not providing support, consequent upon the fact that the previous fund program had gone awry. The established pattern of weak or negative growth persisted. So desperate was the situation that an increasing number of voices urged us to sign now, whatever the cost and on whatever terms. Today, 1 year later, our economic reform program is on track, and the IMF agreement is in place, and we have concluded and have passed all our tests and met all our benchmarks, much to the dismay of some. Growth has returned. We have had 3 consecutive quarters of increasing growth, each level higher than the one before. We have received in excess of US $500 million from our multilateral partners. The debt to GDP ratio is moving down, and confidence has returned and is moving up. Mr. Speaker, all I can say is what a difference a year makes.
Comrade Phillips is a man of honesty and integrity and forthright about his beliefs. Comrade Phillips is committed to family, the Jamaican family, the PNP family, his constituency and his personal family. He is married to attorney-at-law Sandra Minot Phillips, and one of his 6 children, Mikhail, has followed in his father's footsteps, being the MP for North West Manchester and the chairman of Region 5. Recruited by Comrade leader Michael Manley, a renowned visionary, Comrade Phillips is always and has always been a man with a vision and a plan. His contribution to the modernisation of the hospital network in Jamaica, especially the Mandeville and Mapein hospitals, as well as the rehabilitation of the Kingston Public Hospital, is well documented. Add to this his leadership in the restoration of a modern transportation system for the corporate area through the creation of the Jamaica Urban Transit Company, JUTC. And he continued to show his vision for a new, recharged and re-energized Jamaica by establishing the foundation for increased jobs and growth in the Jamaican economy. Comrade Phillips, while a visionary, is also a pragmatist and recognizes that the PNP now needs a strong hand to lead the recharging of the party and to prepare it for an uncertain global future.
Rise to the occasion, look at yourself and say you're strong. No one can stop you, oh yeah. Rise to the occasion, go ahead, you know you're strong.
He recognizes too that this must be accomplished through consultation and analysis. He knows that the party can leave no Jamaican behind in its march to the future, but must include every single Jamaican from all walks of life. At the centre of Comrade Peter Phillips's thrust in recharging the PNP and Jamaica is the bursting energy and creativity of the youth and talented Jamaicans here at home and in the diaspora. All Jamaica must see the PNP as a party responsive to their needs and concerns. This great task at hand needs a transformational leader with experience across the board in planning, in education, in health, in security, and in finance. That man is the man who has walked the long walk with the PNP, one who has always performed and delivered.
We are going to light a fire, a vision of betterment right across Jamaica, from the north to the south, the east to the west. A rising sun, a new dawn is upon this land of the People's National Party and the people of Jamaica. One love, one heart, comrades.
The PNP is the party that led the charge for self-rule. It is the party that led the charge for independence. It's the party that led the charge for regional unity in the Caribbean. It is the party that led the charge for basic fundamental rights and freedoms for all citizens. It is the party that recognized the need for modernization and the implementation of technological services at the highest level for all citizens. Now is the time for the PNP to lead the recharge of itself and its basic philosophical principles, and of the nation in the quest for a land of opportunity and real prosperity for all, not just some. Now is the time for Comrade Leader Dr. Peter David Phillips to step up to become the 5th President of the PNP.